on Paltalk thrives on dishonesty and the red dot. If they didn't have the red dot, they would not be able to stand up to anything. Go ahead, Radical. I'm going to send off an email, give someone my email address. And hey, Nat, can you, well, how big is that file? Because you can do it, well, I'll just give you my email. Anyways, go ahead.
Okay, thanks a lot. That was truly enjoyable. I'm glad that I tuned in for that one. That was just so funny. I still can't believe it. So let's get this straight. Here's how it went. Okay, he first makes the claim. See, we got to put this all together in a video. Publish the raw footage first. Okay, and then we'll make a video where we strip it out. Okay, to really nail it home. So it starts out about 3 or 4 weeks ago, where he foolishly made the claim that the Nag Hamadi does not contain any references to the crucifixion. Is that correct? That's how it kind of starts out, right? And I know Nat Demon has been hunting for him for a while. Every time I come online, Nat be like, "You seen Gomer?" Nope. So he's been hunting for the dude for a while, and it finally comes up. Finally, opportunity presented itself, and I'm glad I was there and witnessed it. Okay. So then Nat supplies a text from the Gospel of Philip where it clearly states that Jesus said these words on the cross. His objection is, no, those are not the words of the Gospel of Philip in the Nag Hamadi find. Those are the words of the interpreter. Even though the words of the interpreter are clearly denoted by parentheses. Do you see what I'm saying? And then he wanted to supply the proof text. And then he made the claim that he had a better translation by this Robert Eisenman, who had nothing to do with it. Then he claimed that, no, he had the plates and he could read the Coptic, but only slowly. Then he said that he couldn't read the Coptic because he was not qualified to translate it. After I said that we can get some... You notice that? He was going to read it for us. Do you remember? He was talking big and proud when he said, I could read it for you, but nobody would understand it. Do you guys remember that? This is Gomer. He said, I can read it for you, but you're not going to understand it. And then when I said, fine, we can get some cops in the room. We can get some cops in the room, and you can read it to them, and they'll tell you, and they'll tell us if you're actually reading the Coptic language. And then all of a sudden, he was not qualified to translate. Did you catch that? All of a sudden, no, he's long gone, dude. You might as well bounce him out of the room because he ain't here. He ain't here. He dodged out a long time ago. So then he couldn't translate, okay, or he wasn't qualified to translate. But then, no. After we looked up this Robert guy. Okay, after we looked at this Robert guy and found out that he didn't even work on the Nag Hamadi, he worked on the Dead Sea Scrolls, and that his only connection with the Nag Hamadi find was that he and his colleague, who did work on the Nag Hamadi find, published published the pictures. Well, then all of a sudden he is reading a translation of Robert Eisman's work on the text. It just went from one lie to the next, to the next, to the next, to the next. Just snowballed. Brilliant. Thank you guys very much, and I actually got to get out of here myself. Hopefully I'll get back in time to listen to Jesus or Muhammad. Oh yeah, you missed it, Mystery Man. It was Gomer. Anyway, later.
Well, I am sorry I missed it. Gomer, the first time I ever heard him, came to the mic. He sounded like a very articulate, highly educated young man. I said, this guy's going to be tough. But like you guys made him dig his own grave, here's how he dug up with me. He came in the room and started waving the flag of Arabs and Islam and how the Arabs did this and the Arabs did that, and the Arabs were so great even before Islam that, you know, that's why they have Islam. And it goes on and on and on and on, and even went to say, as far as to say this, that even one of the Roman emperors was an Arab. What? Well, no, he says, not a Roman emperor, but one of the kings. Really? Who was that? King Herod. Oh, really? So King Herod was an Arab after all. Yep, that's right. I see. And if I'm not mistaken, it was a King Herod who put out the proclamation or gave orders to his men who were under his control via power of Caesar to go out and put to the sword every newborn male Jewish child in an attempt to murder Jesus Christ as a baby. Next thing he said was, well, mystery man, which one of them? There was 12 Herods. I don't care if there was 5,000 Herods. His name was Herod. He was an Arab, and he tried to put Jesus Christ to the sword when he was a baby. And I really think that this has brought a curse upon the people who came from Arabia at the time. That's why Islam began there. One of the reasons it began there. The next thing he tried to do is said that it is perfectly okay to lie in the Bible, that Paul even said it was okay to read. And I'm looking, okay, where's this at? And he said, Romans 3:7, you're allowed to lie. So I said, all right, let's take a look. And that's not at all what it says. As a matter of fact, what it says is this: but some say our breaking faith with God, our sins serve a good purpose. For people notice how good God is when they see how bad we are. Is this fair for him to punish us when our sins are helping him? That is the way some people talk. God forbid. Then what kind of a God would it be to overlook sin? How could he ever condemn anyone? For if he could not judge and condemn me as a sinner, if my dishonesty brought him glory, by pointing out, he's trying to say that it was okay, according to Gomer, for us to lie if it was for the sake of God. Paul here is saying, hell it is. Whoever's saying that is cursed. And he's saying, what kind of a God do we have that would have the right to even judge us if it was okay to lie for him? And even when I read it to him, he still insisted. He made an ass out of himself a number of times. No, they don't read that far. To give an example of how far they read, they'll try to do something stupid, like say this: mystery man, even Jesus hated pigs. Really? Really? Where's this at? See, where he cast the demons into pigs. And say, okay, yeah, that's true. I dare you to read the rest of it, and I dare you to read what's before it. I challenge you, I dare you. And the Muslim will sit quiet and won't say a word. I dare you to read it. Over and over again you tell him. He won't read it, so you read it to him. We know who you are, O holy Son of God. Have you come to torment us before the appointed time? You have no right. And Christ said, shut up. What's your name? Legion, for there are many of us. O holy Son of God, please don't send us to the bottomless pit, but rather send us into the herd of pigs over there. This is the way the Muslim works. And the one who made the observation that Muslims are liars, always keep that in your mind. They are forever liars. They will always be liars. Don't ever trust them in the smallest of things. These people are condemned, they're lost, they're irreconcilable. A lot of people disagree with that, but that's your prerogative. There's no hope for them. No hope for them. They have to consciously make an effort to come out of it, and they won't. And the other one, he said, they tried to turn around and belittle the Bible by saying the word kill is more in the Bible than it is in the Quran. That's true. But there's more than one way to say kill. Smite, remove a head, lop off arm and leg, smash skulls. I think these all refer to something that's fatal, right?